What's up guys, Panda here from Panda Gaming and welcome back to EA Sports UFC 3. What I have for you today is just an updated tutorial of the ground. Not much has changed, but I want to go over it. You guys said you would like to see an updated one. So what we have here is I'm Matt Hughes. I'm just going to go in Carlos Condit's guard. I'm going to go over how to deny if you're the bottom guy and how to deny if you're the top guy. Okay, very simple. I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible, but there's a lot of positions. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching, and if this video helps you out, please leave a like. Matt Hughes, we're the guy on top, all right? So you got three options, left, up, and right. So if we are Carlos Condit on the bottom and he goes this way, that's R2. You hold it down, hold down R2, and flick the right analog stick to the left, and you will deny that transition. Now if he goes the opposite side, R2 and to the right. So you hold R2, you flick it to the right. If he wants to posture up, it's R2 and flick the right stick up. Now, if you're an offensive guy, if you are Matt Hughes right here, to advance and get out of this guard, say somebody's got a good guard and you can't get out, a good fake, you can fake it very simple. All that means is just flick the analog one direction and go the opposite just like that, okay? It's very fast. A lot of times they're going to deny that first attempt, and when they do, you will be able to get that next gate pretty easy. All right, back in guard here, we are going to say that we are Carlos Condit now, and say he has rubber guard, he has get up, he has four directions he could go, left, down, right, up. Okay, so if you're Matt Hughes and he goes for the rubber guard, it's just like that. Okay, you see him swing his hips out and see his feet duck down to the left. You just watch the way his hips are turning. See how he turns to the left. If you're Matt Hughes, you would deny that by holding R2 into the left. That would stop him from putting him in rubber guard. He's going to get up. Say he wants to go right. He just turns to the right. Hold R2, flick to the right. You will stop him from getting up. Very easy, okay? Feet on the hips. That's the down one. R2 and down. You see the feet come down on the hips, so you know to put it down. If he reaches his hand around your neck, it's R2 and up, just because he's trying to, it's just which way is his body going. That's what you guys have got to look for. And the ground frustrates a lot of people, but if you take the time to just get the keys, it's super simple. You shouldn't be looking at Carlos's back tattoo or his toes saying, man, they're doing something funny. Watch the hips, see which way the hips are going. Boom, you're out of that position. And since we're here, we're going to go ahead and go into rubber guard. Now that we're in rubber guard, a little tip, it's not a transition, but a little tip that you guys may not know. If you hold L2 to pull up the submissions, you see Carlos has an omoplata in this position. But if you hold L2 and then strike, you will throw an elbow. What that does is you throw an elbow to the body of Matt Hughes. You see his health on the top left of the screen? It's going down. You're throwing body elbows. So that's a good thing to do, because some people will panic right here and they'll just sit and wait for you to do something. So just hold R2 or L2, excuse me, and just start elbowing that body like crazy. Now that we're in this position, Matt Hughes has a couple options. He can go full guard, left or right, or stack guard. So what you're going to look for, it's a little bit different, but it's not that hard. You'll see if he wants to go to full guard, he's going to take that left hand and try to push it in there and, get Carlos's hand off his foot. So if you see him start to squirm like that, put his left hand in there, it's hold R2 into the left. If you see him just bring this right hand up just like that, it's R2 into the right. It's really, really that simple, guys. If he's going to go to stack guard, which is R2 and down, is how you would stop that from Carlos Condit. He's going to try to stand up. You see him start to stand up, you hold R2 and down. Now, let's go back to being Carlos Condit. We have two options. Well, we have two options from this screen. We can go full guard, which we would let him out. Not a lot of people's going to do that because you worked hard to get this position. So why are you going to give it up? But that's an automatic. It's not a transition. You'll go straight back to full guard. So if you want to go to side control, you'll see him start to twist like he's going to go for an omoplata. So look at the difference. Do you see a difference from side control to omoplata? There is no difference in the way the transition looks. If you see him start to grab his foot, it's R2 into the right, and you will deny both the side control pass, also the omoplata. So either way, it doesn't matter which one he's trying to do, you will deny it by holding that. So what do we have next? Let's let him go back to full guard. We can go postured up. Let's go postured up. All right, postured up's the same. You guys got to break it down and make it super simple, okay? 4 directions. That's all we need to focus on the ground. Don't get too overcomplicated, okay? If we want to get up with Matt Hughes, he's just going to go to stand up, just like that. To deny that, what do you know? It's hold R2, flick the right analog stick up, okay? That's the animation. If he wants to go left, he goes to the left, and you hold R2 and go left. Just like that. If he's going to go right, it's the same animation, just the opposite side. If he wants to go to full guard, he'll just go straight into it. There is no transition. Carlos Condit, that's who we're going to be now. So we have, again, 4 options. We can go full guard, where we try to grab his neck and pull him down. In this, there it is. You see him reach up. If he goes up, you deny up if you're Matt Hughes. If he wants to go left, swing his hips out to the left. You see him turn in. Just like that. That's how you know it's R2 and to the left. It's going to go right. Going to do the same thing. He turns his body to the right. If he wants to get up, puts his feet on his hips. See how that's the exact same thing, guys? Exact same thing. I'll show you. Feet on the hips right here in this position. Oh, wait. We're in over-under. I'm going to have to get back to the center of the octagon. All right. Like I was saying, now that we're back in the center of the octagon, the feet on the hips from guard down looks just like that. And then if he's postured up, the feet on the hips looks the exact same. So you know it's R2 and down to deny that. So don't make it too overcomplicated. A lot of these transitions look the exact same. We're going to go for Matt Hughes now. He's going to go to stack guard, which get up and stack guard are the exact same. If you guys didn't know, you can actually hold get up, and then in the middle of that, press L1 and you will go to stack guard. So if you're Matt Hughes and you're like, man, I want to get up, never mind, I changed my mind, let's go stack guard. All you got to do is click L1 in the middle of that transition and you will go into stack guard instead. So now that we're in stack guard, we're going to do the exact same thing. If he wants to go to half guard, he will start to turn to his left. He'll put his hand on that foot. You see how his body kind of turns a little bit to the left. He's going to go half guard right, just like that. So that's R2 and left, R2 and right. If he's going to go to full guard, he'll just fall right back down into full guard. So let's get back up to where we want to go. All right, so back in stack guard. What does Carlos have? He has left, down, and right. He does have sprawl. So not all fighters have the ability to go to sprawl in this position. But if he wants to go to sprawl to the right, you'll see him put that right foot on your chest. R2 into the right. If he wants to go left, R2 and left. All he does is put that left foot on your chest. That's your tail, guys. If he wants to pull him down to full guard, if he wants to go to full guard, he'll grab both your legs. Now, if you're Matt Hughes, you deny this by R2 and down. That's how you stop that. Feet on the hips. This is where he tries to push him out of that position. So feet on the hips is where you scoot him back. Let's do that right now. Scoot him back to that right there. We have an option to go to half guard because Carlos can do that. He can grab your leg just like that and trip you up. Now, to deny that as Matt Hughes, it's hold R2 and left. You see him grab your left leg. There you go. That's your tail. This might change depending on the situation. It might be R2 into the right. But that's all you got to see is which leg did he grab. I'm going to deny that direction, okay? So to get up, it's pretty simple. He's going to push off for up just like that. This is a really fast transition. See how he's trying to push up just like that. He lifts his body up in the air. If he wants to go right, he'll twist his body. Ooh, hang on, let me look at this. See, that's a hard tail. I'm not for sure why they're the same. But if he wants to get up to the right, he grabs your left leg, dips his right leg down. If he wants to go left, okay, it's a little bit different there. Just like that. Twist his hips. Okay, there you go. That's what I was waiting for. It's just in this position, the camera angle, he doesn't really twist his hips going to the right. But you can see him twist his hips going left. So either way, R2 to the left, R2 into the right. Now, if you're Matt Hughes in this situation, I would transition as fast as you could because it's just really easy for them to kick you, get up, stuff like that. So let's go to side control, and then we'll put him in half. We'll go half guard. Whew. All right, guys. Hang on. I know it's a lot of information, but you just got to learn these tails, okay? Now, Before I do that, I want to tell you a little something about momentum transitions. So if we're Matt Hughes and say we're right here, a lot you guys, if you watch my videos, I do it all the time. Say I fake right or I fake left. Say, okay, I faked right, I go left, and then immediately go to side control. That transition is a little bit faster, okay? So that right there was a little bit faster than Matt going from here to side control, okay? It's just a little bit faster. It's a momentum transition. So that's just, keep that in mind when you're trying to advance your position on the ground. But now that we're in half guard, I'm gonna say we're on posture down. What are we looking for here? We are looking for, which fighter am I? Okay, I'll be Matt Hughes first. If Carlos is on the bottom and we're trying to hold him down, we're trying to deny him, he's got a couple options. Okay, he's got full guard and back sitting. That's his two options, full guard and back sitting. I didn't say he had get up because it's the exact same as full guard. So, see he's put his left hand on your leg. You know he's trying to push you to full guard. That's hold R2, left on the analog. If he's going to get up, he just twists in just like that. So either way, you're denying both of those with R2 into the left. If he wants to go to back sitting, he'll try to scoot out to the right. It's a pretty easy tell. I mean, look how slow this transition is. It takes forever. But anyways, there you go. Now, that's if you're Carlos on the bottom, you're trying to get out. What can Matt Hughes do? Matt Hughes can go side control, posture up, or mount. Sometimes they have an arm triangle. Matt Hughes does. Okay, what do? Go side control to the left, just like that. Hold R2 and to the left. You see his body going left? You know you need to push left on the right analog stick. If you see his body lifting up, you push up. You see him going to the right, you need to push R2 into the right, okay? It's pretty easy, not too bad. Not too bad at all. If he wants to get up, he'll start to lift up like that. You hold R2, press up on the right analog stick. You will deny that transition. Pull him back down just like so. What else does he have? He has arm triangle, but look at the difference. Arm triangle to top mount. Only thing different is he's grabbing the arm or he's putting his hand on the leg, okay? But either way, hold R2 into the right and you will stop that transition, both of them, okay? Either way, you'll stop that. Now let's posture up. Now, side control. If he wants to go side control here, he starts to take a big step, but either way, guys, you'll hear me say it over and over again. All it is just see which way their body's going. There's not a lot of hard tails in this game. So you see him going to the left, you need to know that, okay, hold R2, flick it to the left. If he's going to the right, which top mount looks funny, you see him like stand up a little bit and he does this whole weird thing. If you see all that happening, he's going to the right, but not many people will do that. If they posture up, they're trying to ground and pound, but if you see him start to lift up and try to get out of this position, hold R2 and go left now because we changed sides. So he's going side control to the right. It's just like that. Hold R2 and to the right. We'll stop it. If he wants to get up, he'll try to stand up. It looks a lot like top mount kind of. See how he lifts up? Personally, I will allow them to get top mount just because I prefer to stay on the ground. So I will let them get top mount before I let them stand up. So most of the time, I'm looking to stop the get up before I'll stop the mount. If he wants to go to half guard, he'll just posture down. Okay? Is that all we did in this situation? I think we are good in this. What's next? Let's go side control, I'd say. Side control, top mount. Or top position, I should say. Crucifix, he's going to try to pin that right hand down. You see him starting to pin that down. R2 into the right. See, everything's happening on the right side of the body. Now, if he wants to go top mount, he'll start to go left. See his body start to move to the left. That's hold R2, flick it to the left. If he wants to go to north-south, he'll start to twist in. But good news about that is it's the same as the crucifix. So if you see him pin your arm down or you see him start to go to the right, it's just R2 into the right. It's a pretty easy position to deny if you're, if you hang out and you get used to it. If he wants to get up, he will automatically get up. There is no transition. There's no way to deny it. So if we're Carlos and we're on the bottom, we have sprawl, which is R2 into the left. If you're Matt Hughes and you want to keep him down, you see him start to twist away from you. Twist to the left, it's R2 into the left. See him turn into you, turn to the right, it's R2 into the right. If he wants to go to half guard, he'll put his hand on your face. If you see him start to push This is just an easy tail. You see the hand on the face. It's R2 and to the up. So R2 and up. You see the hand on the face. Show it to you one more time. Left, up, right. Okay. Now, Carlos does not have the move, which takes you from this position to full guard, but it's the same as this, okay? All he'll do is he'll swing his left foot inside, but you can deny it by doing the same thing, okay? Just R2 into the right. It's a little bit of a fast transition, so if you're striking, you might have a hard time of denying that, but just pay attention. It's R2 into the right either way. Now, what can we do? Doesn't have a dart choke. He has side control where we can try to get side control. Good thing we're up against the cage. If you see Carlos put his feet on the cage, this works for right or left, it will always be the opposite direction. So, say we're here. He goes to put his feet on the cage. Look how big that animation is, guys. Huge animation. It's just hold R2, flick the analog to the left, just like that, and you'll get out of this situation, okay? So, if you are Carlos and you're on bottom. No, wait, we're on Matt Hughes now. Okay, so we're good. Let's go north-south next. North-south, not a lot of people will go into this position, so you might not be here very often. But if you want to go side control, you will. There is no transition. So, Carlos, there's no way to stop him from doing that. But you can stop a north-south choke. So, if you see him move down to choke you, that's the tail right there. He reaches that hand down. It's R2 into the right. It's a little bit tough of a situation to see, but just be stamina management. You got to kind of realize, okay, he's reaching my hand down beside my head. Then okay, I need to deny R2 into the right. That one's a little bit tricky. But here we go, back to side control. I think I showed you everything from this position that I needed to. Sprawl was this. Let's go top mount with Matt Hughes. We'll show you that. I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can. A lot of you pro players out there, you already know all this, but there's new players that don't. So this is for you guys. All right, in this situation, we are going to be Carlos Condit on the bottom. Now on the bottom, you can push his knee. So say you are Matt Hughes. See the right hand go down to your knee, R2 into the right, turns left, puts his hand on your left knee, it's R2 into the left. That's your two tails, okay? Those two right there. If he wants to get up, he'll try to push your body up in the air. That's R2 and up. Look how fast this transition is compared to this. I mean, it's just, you could almost do 2 laps going to half guard before you could get the get up. If he wants to hold you down, I don't suggest it, but there it is. He'll just hold. And as soon as he lets go of the analog, you let go of him, okay? So say you are Matt Hughes in this situation, you can go side control left or right or posture up. We have an arm bar we can work with. So side control, you see him start to go left. This might have happened to me one time in all of my fights. So not very often, but it's just which way is he going with his body. If he's going to the right, it's R2 into the right. If he's going to the left, it's R2 into the left. But why would you stop that? Let the man go back to side control. Get out of top mount. If he wants to posture up, he'll just posture up. There is no transition. We have an arm bar from this position and an arm bar from top mount down. I'll show you the arm bar. He's going to grab that right arm. You see him grab the right arm. It's R2 into the right. That's how you stop that. Right arm, you deny it to the right. Okay? Now, if we're postured up, he's going to grab down because your hands are down. So if you see him grab your hands like this, he's trying to lock up an arm bar. You deny that by R2 and down. So, get him back down here. Let's show you Carlos's perspective. Carlos, we can go half guard, get up, or hold. I already showed you both of those. I guess I'll show you postured up real quick. We can go top mount or half guard. It's the same exact thing. Left knee, R2 into the left. Right knee, R2 into the right is how you stop that for Matt Hughes. Top mount, he just grabs your belly. Just grabs your belly and tries to, it looks like he's going to push you up. But you see the hands. Hands go up, R2 and up. Hands go left, R2 into the left. Hands go right, R2 into the right. All right. We have back mount, but not very many people are going to give up back mount here. But before I show you that, I would like to show you crucifix. Okay, let's go to side control here and crucifix position. If he wants the crucifix, he's going to pin that hand down like I showed you. You stop that by R2 and to the right. But say we put him in the crucifix. What are we looking for Matt Hughes? Matt Hughes has to deny 2 directions, left or right. They made this much, much easier. So it's a lot easier to get out of this position. But if he turns into you, look which way he's turning, guys. R2 into the right. If he's turning away from you, it's R2 into the left. That's how you hold that position. Now, I will say this. They made it to where you can flick one direction and go the other much, much faster. So let's see. Flick this way and go that way. It's a lot. Look how fast that is. That's so fast, okay? So just know that that is something that you can watch out for. That fake, it's kind of hard to deny, but you want to deny the fake before the second one. That's one position where you need to try to deny that initial reaction you see. If you see Carlos on the bottom go that way, you need to deny that as fast as you can, because that fake is really, really fast. It gets him out of this position pretty easy. Now, Matt Hughes, what can we do? We can go side saddle. Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, here we go. Make sure I was on the right guy. We can go to side saddle, side control, or north-south, or we can lock in a submission. I'm going to show you guys the submissions first. So, Carlos, you're on bottom. If you see him lift up a little and start to grab that arm, you need to deny R2 and up. Your tail is the back. You're looking for his back. You see his back raised like that right there? You know he's lifting up. He's going to go for that arm bar. So R2 and up is how you stop that. Now, if you see him start to grab your arm and he's going to stretch it out, you deny that by R2 and to the right. That one's a little weird. You would think it would be left since it's the left hand that he's grabbing, but it's not. It's actually the Americana, and you got to know to go R2 and to the right if you see him. So say this position was flipped, we were facing in the opposite direction, it would be R2 and to the left. So it's just turn into his body is what I'm thinking. When I'm in this position and I see a guy grab my arm, I'm like, okay, it's just R2 and to the guy. That's all I think of, okay? There's those two. Okay. Man, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, you are a true legend. All right, so what are our options? He could go side control, which he will just get that position just like that, because you're giving up a dominant position, so you don't have to worry about a transition. North-south, same thing. You'll get that if you want it. Actually, this is a good idea. So, look at the Americana. See how it's R2 and to the left? It just switches to whatever side the guy is actually on, okay? So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Let's go to side saddle. In side saddle, Carlos, you're on bottom. You got 2 options here. You can turn into him, or you can turn away. I suggest rolling the back side. It's a little bit faster. It's just a little bit less. It's not a real dangerous position to be in. So I would give up your back side if you're on the bottom. Now, if you're Matt Hughes and you're on the top, if he turns into you, that's R2 and to the left. Just see which way his body turns. If he's turning to the right, you need to deny R2 and to the right, okay? Now, we're Matt Hughes. Carlos, what do we do to stop him? He can go north-south if he wants to, no transition. Or he can go side control, also no transition, because he's in a dominant position. He can ground and pound, or he can go for an arm triangle here. Arm triangle, you'll see him kind of start to wrap his hand. He's going to try to wrap that hand around your body. See him hold down your arm. The tell is stuff is happening to the right. If you cut this screen in half, from both Matt Hughes and Carlos Condit's head to the left, nothing is happening. All the actions taking place to the right. So all you got to do is R2 and to the right, okay? Now, you can lock in an arm bar in this position, and Matt Hughes does not have that, unfortunately. So, but the initial transition will just be Matt Hughes will grab your left arm. That's all it is. So if you see them grab your left arm, it's R2 and to the left. If you see them grab your right arm, R2 and to the right. There you go. You got it. Well, what do we got left? We did the side control. We did crucifix, sprawl. No, wait. We need to probably go to sprawl, I feel like. That's a good position to work. Note to self, if you're a beginner out there and you're on the bottom, do not fake these transitions, okay? You're not going to get anywhere, okay? Don't fake it. This is a spot you cannot fake a transition. Okay, So write that down somewhere. Don't fake in this position. I made a video on this position specifically, so if you would like to watch that, it covers this more in depth, but we'll run through it real quick. So Matt Hughes, what do we do to keep Carlos Condit here? If you see him go to the right, it's R2 and to the right. If you see him go left, R2 and to the left. If you see him grab your leg, it's R2 and down. All the stuff is going down. If you see him start to stand up, it's R2 and up, just like that. Nothing to it, guys. Nothing to it. Really easy position to hold, and you can stay here forever. I mean, literally forever. And if the other transition that he can do is side control, but is the exact same as half guard, it is just slower. You deny them both by R2 and down. Voila. So, Matt Hughes can go backside, left, or right, or I think he can lock in a choke. Choke's easy to deny. You see him reach down by your face. It's R2 and down. Boom. That's how you stop that Condit. R2 and down. The Japanese necktie, you can do that too, but you'll see the body start to go to the right or left. That's how you know what way to deny. So if you're in this position and Matt Hughes is trying to go to your backside right, you see him go to the right. You stop that by R2 and to the right. You see him go left, R2 and to the left. Boom. Just like that. If he wants to get up, he'll get up. No worries. Nothing you can do about it. Okay? Backside. In backside, he can go to sprawl. Just like that. And very few people go to sprawl. But you see him going left. The big tails, he's going to try to jump on your back. That's R2 into the right is how you stop that. Okay? Very simple. Easy to see. R2 into the right. If he has a bulldog choke, it's just down. Stuff is happening to the bottom of the screen. Stuff is happening down. So it's deny R2 and down, okay? Now, if you're a Condit, you can roll to the full guard, which is to Matt Hughes, so it's R2 and left because you're rolling left. If he wants to roll right, Matt Hughes, he'll turn to the right. See him start to roll right, R2 into the right is how you stop that. If he wants to go to back clinch, he'll try to stand up. If you see him start to stand up, easy peasy, R2 and up stops that. If they have a rolling knee bar, it's down as well. If he wants to go backside, you'll see him start to turn to the right. Both of those are pretty easy tails. Body goes right on there. Body goes right there. Either way, you know it's R2 and to the right. We'll stop both of those. Now, Matt Hughes, get on back mount. Now that we're in back mount, what do we have? We have a rear naked choke, which R2 and down because you see him reaching down for your neck. If he wants to flatten you out, he does the exact same thing, just a little bit more violent. Boom, reaches in there real quick. So R2 and down is how you stop both of those, Condit. If he wants to go backside, either way, I don't know how to tell you which way he wants to go. Watch his head maybe, but if he wants to give up the back control to go to backside, let him. That's all I'm saying, let him. But you can see his head goes a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. So, in this position, Condit, what can we do? We can go top mount, half guard, okay? Go top mount to the left. You will give that position up every single time pretty easy, okay? You'll give that up pretty easy. Let's get back in that position. Go to sprawl. R2 into the left is how you would stop that. R2 into the right is how you would stop that one. Okay, so, Condit, if you want to give up top mount, you will. If you want to give up half guard, it's a transition because you're trying to get a better position from a worse position, okay? See him grab your right foot. See that hand? The hand on the right screen, it's actually Carlos's left hand, but the hand on the right screen is doing something, guys. So if you're Matt Hughes, you stop that by R2 and to the right. You see the left hand go to do something. It's R2 and to the left. These tails are really easy, guys. The ground game can be your best friend. All you got to do is just remember what things look like and keep your composure. That's it, okay? That's all you got to do. So, I know it's a long video. I'm trying to speed it up. I'm running through. I'm talking 90 miles to nothing. I'm parched. I'm dying of thirst, but I'm going to keep going. So, there we go. Gave up full mount. Let's go side control here. Sprawl. I want to show you the down position. I think I missed that one. Okay, yeah. All right, so we flattened him out. So now we're in this position. We can posture up, which we will get that automatically. Your stamina will always drain, though. So pay attention. You can't just posture up and stay here forever. Look at this. Look at Matt Hughes. That stamina always goes down. Okay, so block a few strikes. If you're conned it, get out of the spot. Okay, roll, get out of there. Now, we're down. This is not the most appropriate position. So if you're under 13 years away, look away if you're under 13 years old. But we'll conned it. What can we do? We can go top mount, which you will give that up. If you go back mount, he tries to stand up. If you see him start to stand up, that's R2 and up. That's how you stop that for Matt Hughes. Now, if you're Matt Hughes, you want to lock in a rear naked choke. You see him. It's the same thing, guys, just a different position. R2 and down will stop that, okay? If you want to posture up, you can posture up all day long, just like that. So, conned it, what could you do? Give up top mount. By rolling, there you go. We're very tired, though. Look at the stamina of these guys. We showed you rubber guard. I think we showed you everything, my guys. Everything on the ground. So, yeah, I think that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, this is the basics. You know, we can go a little bit more in depth in the next video, but this is the basics. And if it helped you out at all, please leave a like. You know, I did a ground tutorial, and it was my first video to ever hit 50,000 views, which is fantastic. So thank you guys so much for all the support. I'll see you at the next video. Hopefully, this helped out some of you guys.